Good evening, everyone, and thank you for inviting me to this open field and share my experience during these unprecedented times. Just for a real brief, Project Echo is actually a digital platform that was primarily designed for healthcare, but subsequently now it is subsequently being used for legal profession, policing, education, right? Believe it or not, nuclear safety and biological weapons. And it's over the years, it is now, Project Echo is what, 13, 14 years old? And it's now in hub and spoke model with hubs in over 40 countries and spokes in over 150 countries. So almost everybody from the world joins in, and this is pre-COVID. Now, remember, initially what Echo started was dissemination of knowledge. We were sharing knowledge and best practices, but slowly it metamorphosed into something, the learning platform. And now with the platform thinking started to come in, we're now to go into discovery. So Echo's also sort of graduated from knowledge sharing to learning to now discovery, and that too at scale, at massive scale. Now, the difference is normal e-learning courses are actually dissemination of best practices. They tell you what you need to do. Echo does not do that. Echo goes one step further and says, I'm going to teach you how to implement those best practices. So it's like getting a user handbook and somebody guiding you through the process. That's what Echo does. And in healthcare, we just replicated how we became specialists in medical school, mentored by teachers. But the heart of Echo is the conversations that take place and the learning and the capacity building of the individual to carry on the work. Now, the COVID situation has actually brought on a huge challenge from us, both in healthcare and, as my speakers before me said, even non-healthcare. Remember, India chose to go the lockdown way. And I believe, and I'm in touch with a lot of people, and I believe they did that simply because our healthcare was too fragile to take on the load if it didn't lock people up, and the number of patients that got admitted was so severe. Wherever 36,000 people affected and 1,100 dead are bad statistics. But look at the rest of the world. I think we've done well by just locking up. But when you lock people up, it brings a lot of other challenges. And that's what Echo was really came out very strongly during this period. I'll give you an example. Currently, our program is being used by the Ministry of Family Welfare, almost every state in the country, loads and loads of academic partners, and many other NGOs, right? Now, why? How come all of a sudden they woke up? Earlier, we were doing, let's say, 3 sessions a day. Today, Echo is doing something like 20 sessions a day, every day. The figures are, in the last 6 weeks, we've done 548 sessions and trained over 250 sites. And some sites you got 2 people or 3 people. Even if you take 2, over 500,000 people have been trained by Echo over the last 6 weeks. And a lot of changes had to take. Just to give you an idea that why is it so important in this implementation science? We started the Zoom sessions like this, and our Zoom license was allowing 500 participants. So we rang up Zoom, and we have a very good relationship with them, and they opened all our licenses to allow 1,000 participants. And then we got into the webinar where we can get 10,000 participants. When we started, let's say the Ministry of Health wanted us to do a webinar at 10 a.m. in the morning. So we opened the link at 9:45. At 9:46, the 1,000 was filled up. The problem was the organizers couldn't get in. So we switched to the webinar mode. And the next day, the webinar mode, 13,126 registered, 5,129 actually joined over a period of time and covered all the 36 union territories and states and 555 districts of the country. Now, and if you look back at the feedback we got, people loved the fact that we told them, how do you implement the best practice? Remember, nobody has seen COVID before. The massive overload of knowledge, how do you not only disseminate it, you need to explain to people to implement it. And that is what we really did. And how we did it was that previously we had a lot of partners. In India, Echo's got about, I think, 36 partners that run about 95 programs a month. All India Institute, Tata Memorial, NIMHANS, ICMR, they all closed the regular clinics and shifted to the COVID crisis. So today, almost all our clinics, except LV Prasad down in Hyderabad, who does ophthalmology, has abandoned the regular clinics and all have moved into the implementation of best practice in COVID. An instruction was given by the Ministry of Health, I think 2 weeks ago, for all national health missions to use the ECHO model for COVID. While they're making the program, Maharashtra broke out and said, no, I can't wait. We're having too many problems. Maharashtra currently has held, I think, 230 sessions in the last 3 weeks, trained over 249,000 people, and most interesting, about 130,000 of them, or 150,000 of them are the frontline workers, the ASHA workers, the Anganwadis, etc. It is now slowly moving in with another partner of ours into Panchayati Raj institutions and other non-healthcare. As odd it might sound, these migrants are stranded all over the place. So the Assam government actually called us and said, we want to put up a call center. Can you help us train the call center people so that we could sort of train them to take the calls from that? So this is where ECHO really is. And I'm really humbled by the fact that how much our partners stepped up to the occasion. And what are we offering really? And last, actually ECHO had a lot of rules. We just threw all the rules out of the wind and said anyone that wants to join ECHO and use our platform is welcome to do that. In the last few days, like I said, the Assam government has used us, Maharashtra government has used us. A lot of NGOs are using our platform today. The Swastis, the cloud physicians, etc., are using our platform for a collaborative to try and get knowledge out and help the people in this unprecedented times. So that's a short summary of what ECHO is doing, and thank you for giving me the opportunity.